Silence was heavy, wasn't it? Like the whole damn world decided you weren't worth a sound. They smiled at your pain, they nodded at your failures. They watched you crawl, bleeding, and whispered that it was over. But then, something moved. A shadow, a spark, something that didn't belong to them. It belonged to you. And the moment it stood up, the entire game flipped. Overnight, just like that. Funny thing about power, they think it comes dressed in crowns, medals, titles. Ha! Power doesn't wear uniforms. It doesn't beg for applause. Power walks in when the floor cracks under your rage, when the same pain they handed you becomes a blade, when the silence you swallowed explodes into laughter that terrifies the room. That's when they realize they never had control, they only borrowed it from the chaos inside you. You see, the world doesn't fall apart because someone shouts. No, it falls apart when someone who is supposed to stay quiet suddenly refuses. The underestimated one, the dismissed one, the one they mocked. That's the one who breaks the rules. And oh, when the rules break, the entire stage collapses. They scramble, they panic, they ask who gave you permission, and you smile, because no one did. You took it. They thought you were finished. They thought your silence meant surrender. But silence is a storm that waits, a storm that studies. And the moment it erupts, the walls tremble, the tables flip, their laughter dies in their throats. And in that moment, they finally see you for what you are. Not broken, not beaten, but untouchable, a force they can't cage anymore. And isn't that beautiful? How overnight everything changes. How the one they called nothing becomes the one they fear. How the whispers turn into stares. How the same people who doubted you now beg to understand you. But you don't explain, you don't justify. You let the silence answer for you. Because the truth is, the moment you stood up, you killed the game they built against you. And now, the game belongs to you. Well, so let me ask you this. When that shift happened, when the ground shook under your name, did you feel it? Did you hear their panic? Did you taste their fear? Because that was the birth of your chaos, the awakening of something they can't touch. And that is only the beginning. They always said the game was fair. Ha ha ha, fair? Look closer. Every card was stacked against you. Every move was designed to keep you small. The rules weren't made for you to win. They were made to keep you begging, crawling, desperate for scraps. And you played along, didn't you? Smiled when they cheated, nodded when they spat in your face. But somewhere deep down, a voice was laughing, waiting, whispering. Burn the rule book. And oh, when you finally see it, the truth is poison, sweet poison. It shows you every fake handshake, every back turned when you needed them, every lie dressed up as kindness. And once you taste it, you can't go back. You can't unsee the betrayal. You can't unknow that they never wanted you strong, they only wanted you silent. And that realization, that's the moment the chains start to snap. Because betrayal isn't the end. No, betrayal is fuel. Every rejection is a match. Every humiliation is gasoline. And when it burns, oh, it burns everything. Their laughter, their control, their little game. You rise from it, not like a hero, not like some shining savior, but like chaos itself. A storm with teeth, a smile with blood in it. But here's the twist. You needed them to doubt you. You needed their cruelty. You needed every bruise, every scar, every locked door. Because that's what built the monster they can't handle now. That's what shaped the mind that doesn't ask anymore, that doesn't wait, that doesn't kneel. You were carved out of rejection, sharpened by rage, painted in scars. And now you're too dangerous to ignore. Look at their faces when you enter the room. Eyes darting, smiles cracking, voices trembling. They don't know if you'll laugh or if you'll burn the place down. That's power. That's the beauty of turning pain into fear. You don't need their respect. You don't need their love. You need their silence when your name is spoken. You need their pulse to quicken when you walk past. And trust me, you've earned that. So tell me, how does it feel, knowing the game was never fair but you flipped the board anyway? Knowing they wanted you small but your shadow covers them all? Feels good, doesn't it? Feels like fire in your veins. And this is only the start. The storm hasn't even hit yet. There's a part of you they never wanted to meet. The shadow. The side you buried so deep because they told you it was wrong, too loud, too dangerous, too much. They wanted you polished, polite, harmless. But shadows don't die, they wait. They sharpen themselves in silence. And when the mask slips, when that side finally breathes, oh, everything changes. That's the moment they realize the thing they feared most is alive. You tried to suffocate it, didn't you? Tried to play nice, tried to be the version of yourself they could handle. But that version bled. That version starved. That version begged for crumbs. And still, they broke it. Still, they laughed at it. And when that mask shattered, when the real you stood up, the room froze. Because the polite version was predictable. But the shadow doesn't follow rules. Listen closely. That darker voice inside you, the one that whispers when you're broken, when you're cornered, when you're bleeding, that voice is not your enemy. It's your weapon. It's the raw edge of you they wanted to chain up forever. It's the chaos in your chest, the fire in your veins, the part of you that looks them in the eye and says, no more. That's the part that terrifies them, because they can't control it. And once you let it out, there's no going back. People feel it. The energy shifts. Conversations stop when you enter. They sense it in the air. The unpredictability, the danger. They know you're not playing anymore. They know you don't bow anymore. And that unsettles them. Because they prefer you weak. They prefer you quiet. But now you walk with shadows at your back. And that's power they can't fake. Understand this, the shadow isn't about destruction. It's about balance. It's the version of you that refuses to be erased. It's not madness, it's freedom. Freedom from their grip, their laughter, their cages. The shadow is the part of you that finally stood up when everyone else turned away. And the moment you let it breathe, the whole game flipped. Overnight, chaos became your ally, and fear became your crown. So, tell me, do you feel it yet? That pulse, that shiver under your skin, that fire you tried to lock away. Let it out. Let them see it. Let them choke on the truth. Because the shadow isn't your weakness, it's your rebirth. They didn't just doubt you, they betrayed you. Over and over, smiles on their lips, knives in their hands. Every promise they broke, every door they slammed, every whisper behind your back. Oh, it wasn't the end. It was the spark. They thought they were burying you, but all they did was plant a bomb. And tonight, it ticks louder. Betrayal is beautiful, isn't it? It tastes like ash and iron. It burns going down, but once it's inside you, it feeds something they can't starve. Every rejection, every humiliation, gasoline. And the laughter they threw at you, matches. One after another, till the fire in your chest was too big to hide. They built this monster. They built you. And now they have to live with what they created. Think about it. Without the betrayals, you'd still be asleep. Still begging for scraps, still pretending to be their friend. But pain has a funny way of waking people up. Betrayal carves the truth into your bones. And once you've tasted it, you'll never fall for their lies again. That's why they hate it. because now you see them, really see them, weak, fragile, fake, and you've outgrown them. The best part, they never expected you to survive. That's why betrayal hit so hard. It was meant to kill you, but it didn't. You walked through the fire they set for you, and you came out laughing, scarred, dangerous, unpredictable. That's the nightmare they never planned for, because the betrayed don't just heal, they evolve. They stop caring about rules, about approval, about fitting in, and that makes you unstuck. So now, every scar is a reminder. Every cut they gave you is ink on your story. And when they see you rising, when they see you smiling with those same wounds bleeding power, it terrifies them. Because betrayal doesn't break people, it builds beasts. And you, my friend, you are the proof. Remember this, every time they pushed you down, they were handing you bricks. And you built a throne from it. A throne of scars, betrayal, and rage. And when you sit on it, smiling through the flames, they finally understand. They didn't destroy you. They crowned you. You wore it so well, didn't you? That mask, smiling when your teeth were breaking, nodding when your heart was howling, pretending to be fine, pretending to be harmless. They loved that version of you. Predictable, controlled, safe. But masks, masks always crack. And when yours finally did, oh, the room froze. Because behind it wasn't weakness. Behind it was chaos with a grin. Do you remember the first time it slipped? That moment you couldn't fake anymore? The laugh that didn't sound human. The stare that made them shift in their seats. They thought they knew you. They thought they had you mapped. But the real you, the raw, unfiltered you, was a stranger to them. And nothing terrifies people more than realizing the person they underestimated is no longer playing nice. The mask kept you alive, sure, but it also suffocated you. It hid your teeth. It hid your rage. It hid the fire that was meant to scorch their illusions. And now the mask is shattered, lying on the floor, and you're standing there with eyes that promise storms. They don't see a victim anymore. They see something else, something they can't label, something they can't change. The truth is, the mask wasn't yours. It was theirs. They built it for you. They forced it on you. They told you to wear it every day until you forgot what your own face looked like. But the moment you tore it off, you didn't just break free, you declared war. You showed them the face they never wanted to see, the face that doesn't beg, doesn't bow, doesn't break. And now, when you walk into the room, they don't know who you are anymore. The smile unnerves them. The silence unnerves them. Every step feels like a question mark with teeth. That's the power of revealing your true self. They can't predict you. They can't handle you, and they can't undo what's been unleashed. So let them stare, let them whisper, let them choke on their fear, because the mask is gone and the truth is out, and you are no longer their puppet. You're the chaos they thought they'd buried. You're the nightmare behind the smile. And the best part? You're not hiding anymore. Power isn't handed over with a handshake. No. Power is ripped out of their trembling fingers while they scream that it's not fair. Fair. That word again. The crown was never yours to be given. It was yours to be taken. And when you finally grabbed it, bleeding hands, wild eyes, scars burning like fire, the whole room went silent because deep down, they knew you earned it the only way that matters, by taking it. They'll never admit it, of course. They'll say you cheated, that you got lucky, that you were ruthless. And guess what? They're right. You were ruthless. You were merciless, because that's what it takes. No one respects the polite thief. No one fears the gentle fighter. If you want power, You don't knock on doors. You kick them off the hinges. You don't ask for permission. You take it with both hands and dare anyone to stop you. Every scar on your body? That's proof. Every sleepless night, every silent scream, every broken piece of you, they were the currency. You paid in pain, you paid in blood, and in return, you didn't get favors, you didn't get gifts. You got dominance, the kind that can't be voted away, can't be smiled away, can't be denied, the kind that makes even your enemies hesitate before they speak your name. Because here's the secret. Power never belonged to them in the first place. They just pretended it did. They acted like gatekeepers, but the doors they guarded were made of paper. All it took was someone crazy enough to stop believing the lie. Someone reckless enough to break through. That someone was you. And the moment you realized it, their whole system collapsed. Now look at them. The same ones who laughed at you. The same ones who swore you never rise. Their voices shake when they talk about you. Their eyes dart when you step in the room. They can't hide it. You terrify them. Not because you asked for power, but because you proved you don't need their permission to own it. And that's the truth most people choke on. Power isn't inherited, it isn't gifted, it isn't bought. Power is taken, stolen in the dead of night, ripped from the jaws of doubt. And when you finally held it in your hands, you realized you were never powerless. You were just waiting for the moment to strike. Respect is fragile. Haha, it shatters the moment you stop pleasing them. But fear lingers. Fear clings to their skin, crawls into their veins, keeps them awake at night, replaying every word you said. They don't need to like you. They don't need to clap for you. They just need to know that crossing you comes with a cost they can't afford. That is the currency of kings. Think about it. The ones they respected yesterday are forgotten today, but the ones they feared, their names echo. Their shadows stretch across generations. Respect fades like smoke, but fear carves itself into memory. Fear is eternal. That's why they whisper your name now. That's why they whisper your name now. That's why they lower their eyes when you walk past. They don't admire you. They don't celebrate you. They survive you. And don't get it twisted. Fear doesn't mean chaos without control. Fear means control without effort. It means you don't have to raise your voice for the room to go silent. You don't have to prove yourself anymore. Your presence proves it for you. That's what true power feels like. The power to bend the air in a room without lifting a finger.